Welcome to Concept Craft. We are presenting step-by-step videos training to crack your certification exam, so you can gain the confidence to take on any accounting challenge. Now let's begin our today's lesson. Workflows for onboarding clients into QuickBooks Online. Learning outcomes. In this lesson, we'll cover the key tools and workflows to use when setting up clients in QuickBooks Online. Topics: client routes into your books. The client onboarding template. Onboarding clients who are new to QuickBooks Online. Clients already using QuickBooks Online. Summing up. Help clients get started. Although clients can set up their own company in QuickBooks Online, doing the job right takes skill and experience. One mistake when setting up products and services or sales tax could spell disaster later. However, as their bookkeeper, you'll set them up correctly and add their company to your list of clients in QuickBooks Online Accountant. How can you in QuickBooks Online help? QuickBooks Online Accountant has built-in tools to help you organize and track client onboarding tasks, adjust the steps to your client's needs, and allocate different tasks in the onboarding workflow to other team members. To fully enjoy the benefits of QuickBooks Online, your clients need your help setting up their company to work for them and their businesses. Client routes into your books. The steps you'll need to take when onboarding a new client depend on their current situation. Some clients will be new to QuickBooks Online, while others already have company files. Clients new to QuickBooks Online. Some clients may be just starting a business, so you'll need to set up a QuickBooks Online company from scratch, ready for them to populate as they grow. Other clients will have established businesses and may have existing books and lists in tools such as Excel, or they might be using QuickBooks Desktop or similar accounting software. In this case, you'll need to help them import and/or migrate their data into QuickBooks Online. Clients already using QuickBooks Online. You may also take on clients who are already using QuickBooks Online if, for example, they come to you from another bookkeeping firm. In this situation, you'll want to review their existing QuickBooks Online to establish the health of the books and their business overall. We'll go into all of these options later. First, let's look at a handy tool that lists the onboarding tasks you need in any of these situations: the Client Onboarding Template. The Client Onboarding Template. QuickBooks Online Accountant has a built-in Quick Start template to help guide you through the onboarding process. It's called the Client Onboarding Template, and it's pre-formatted with a list of tasks to carry out when bringing a client into your firm. You can customize this default list of tasks to tailor your client's onboarding experience to their needs, and even build in time to train and coach the client on how to use QuickBooks Online. The Client Onboarding Quick Start template isn't just a set of tasks to check off, it also lists opportunities to develop a great working relationship with your client and start to add value to their business. Select the headings to discover how to set up and use the Client Onboarding Template. Where can you find the template? To locate the template, you need to be in QuickBooks Online Accountant. Select Work from the left-hand navigation. You'll need to create a new project and base it on the template, so select Create Project. From the Project Template drop-down, select Client Onboarding. Give the project a name, then choose the client from the Firm or Client drop-down. When you scroll down the panel, you'll see a list of the default tasks for the Client Onboarding Template. You can configure this list to suit the individual requirements of the client you're onboarding. Once you're done, select Save. Onboarding clients who are new to QuickBooks Online. Now let's look at what you should do when onboarding a client who's new to QuickBooks Online. Select the headings to find out more. Meet the client and gather information. Once you and the client have signed the contract and agreed on payment arrangements, you can provide a detailed onboarding plan and introduce the client to the onboarding team. The New Client Checklist will help you do this. It's a handy resource for getting to know new clients and gathering the information you need to set them up with the most appropriate QuickBooks Online solution. By using the New Client Checklist and asking the right questions, you can more accurately scope the client's requirements, set expectations, and build a stronger collaborative relationship for the upcoming onboarding process. Getting this right reassures the client that they're getting expert advice. You can learn more about using New Client Checklist in the Identifying the Right QuickBooks Online Subscription level training. Recommend the best QuickBooks Online solution. Completing the New Client Checklist with the client ensures you get the information you need to recommend the best QuickBooks Online solution for their business. You can then work out which product they need, such as QuickBooks Self-Employed or QuickBooks Online. Which QuickBooks Online subscription level is best for them. Whether they benefit from adding QuickBooks Online Payroll and/or QuickBooks Time, and if so, which subscription level. Sign up the client to QuickBooks Online. Once you've worked with the client to identify the appropriate QuickBooks Online subscription level, and any other products that meet their requirements, you can sign them up to QuickBooks Online. The procedure for doing this is explained in detail in the lesson on adding clients to QuickBooks Online Accountant. The essential steps are below. From your client list in QuickBooks Online Accountant, select Add Client. Follow the prompts and enter the client details. The completed client profile section of the new client checklist provides the information you need to complete the client's account settings for them. You can even request a copy of your client's logo to surprise your client with a customized homepage and sales template. Choose the appropriate billing method, that is, who will pay the subscription fees and how. The billing options lesson explains the various billing methods and associated benefits. Select the appropriate QuickBooks Online subscription level. The Identifying the right QuickBooks Online subscription level for a client lesson explains the different subscription options. Add a QuickBooks Online Payroll subscription, if required. You can see how to do this in the Adding QuickBooks Time and QuickBooks Online Payroll lesson. When you're ready, select Save. The new QuickBooks Online company will now be added to your client list. You can now work with your client to set up and configure their company. Configure and customize the product. No two clients are the same, and neither are their QuickBooks Online company setups. You'll need to work closely with the client to configure their company in a way that delivers the features and functions they need for their business to succeed. Whether you're advising on a custom payroll setup, adding logos, or improving sales form templates, you can demonstrate your value to clients by helping them to build the best workflows for their unique business. When you're setting up lists for businesses new to QuickBooks Online, review their current customer/vendor list to determine if you can utilize the current data to import into QuickBooks Online or if you can tailor it to their needs with some adjustments to the lists and categorization options. See our training library for extensive training on the various aspects of setting up and configuring a QuickBooks Online company. Provide training and mentoring. As a skilled bookkeeper, it's a great idea for you to help clients help you by training them in best practice methods. Training and mentoring also allow you as a pro advisor to highlight your value as a subject matter expert, not just in accounting best practices and requirements, but also in how your clients should work in QuickBooks Online to get the best results. It's also a great time to remind them to download the QuickBooks Online app to keep track of their finances on the go. The sooner the client is confident in recording their day-to-day transactions, the sooner they'll see the value and time-saving benefits of QuickBooks Online and their trusted advisor, you. Clients who are using other bookkeeping tools. Clients with established businesses will undoubtedly use some other bookkeeping tool, Excel or more comprehensive accountancy software. They could be using QuickBooks Desktop, for instance. Onboarding these clients will involve importing and/or migrating their data into QuickBooks Online. Importing lists into QuickBooks Online is explained in the Importing Products and Services, Customers and Vendors lesson. Converting files from QuickBooks Desktop is a complex procedure that should only be carried out by experienced pro advisors. You can find out more in our comprehensive training on QuickBooks Desktop migration. Remember to use the client onboarding template to help you define the correct workflow for setting up these clients and adding them to your books. Gaining new clients already using QuickBooks Online. If you're taking on a client who's already using QuickBooks Online, they'll need to invite you to the company as an accounting firm. When you accept their invitation, they'll be added to your client list. You should first review the client's existing books, as they may need cleaning up. It would take a long time to do this manually, and any errors you miss during your review could lead you to underestimate the amount of work and underprice your services. The Client Overview screen in QuickBooks Online is designed to give you a snapshot of a client's books and helps you price your services with confidence and win the client's business. You'll find the Client Overview screen by signing in via QuickBooks Online Accountant and selecting Overview on the left-hand navigation. There are 4 sections for you to review, as you can see here. Company Setup. The Company Setup section indicates the complexity of the client's QuickBooks Online company. It shows the client's subscription level, whether they subscribe to a payroll product, and whether they have sales tax enabled. This section also shows how many apps the client has connected to their QuickBooks Online company. You need to know which apps the client uses to fully understand their workflows. You'll want to review this regularly. Banking activity. The banking activity section displays the client's cash on hand, checking, merchant, and payroll checking accounts. The bank balance comes from the banking center and shows the balance reported the last time the bank connected to QuickBooks. By selecting the account name, you can view the transactions in the bank register. The in QuickBooks figure is the QuickBooks balance from the end date of the register, which could include transactions dated in the future. The unreconciled and reconciled through columns give details about the account's reconciliation status. Using the Reconcile tool in QuickBooks Online, you can see the number of unreconciled transactions and the date the books were reconciled. Common issues. The Common Issues section is where you'll see some diagnostic information about the condition of the client's data in QuickBooks Online. Here you can check the number of uncleared transactions in the undeposited funds, or payments to deposit, account register. The balance in the opening balance equity account should always be 0. Any transactions that QuickBooks Online has automatically categorized into the uncategorized asset accounts. What should you look out for in this section? If there's a balance in undeposited funds, payments to deposit, you can view the associated activity by selecting the balance amount. This opens the undeposited funds, or payments to deposit, account register. Select the uncategorized asset account to view transactions that have been categorized to this account. In this case, it looks like 2 sales receipts have been deposited to the uncategorized asset account instead of to undeposited funds, payments to deposit. Adding deposits without assigning an income account is a common issue among new users of QuickBooks Online. Such transactions appear in the uncategorized income account. Transactions under the uncategorized expense account have likely been added from the banking center without being assigned an expense account. The opening balance equity account should always be 0 in QuickBooks Online. If you see a balance here, it's most likely because an amount was entered in the opening balance field during the creation of a new customer, vendor, balance sheet account, or inventory product. The negative asset and liability accounts section displays the number of accounts that have a balance contrary to their normal account balance. For example, a negative bank balance. Transaction volume. The transaction volume section shows a grouped overview of the number of transactions for the client for the last 30 days. However, you can change the date range to view the volume of transactions for periods longer than 30 days. This tab offers you a clear view of the client's workload. Summing up. Learning outcomes. Well done. In this lesson, we covered the key tools and workflows to use when setting up clients in QuickBooks Online. Knowledge recap. You can now onboard clients who are either new to QuickBooks Online or who already have a company set up. Remember to use the onboarding workflow for your new clients every time, then you're certain to get the process right. Next steps. In the next lesson, we'll look at what to consider when determining a client's needs to recommend the most appropriate QuickBooks Online solution.